Now let's talk more about the market, and this time we're going to be looking at the latest, the impact of the latest flurry of earnings to the market. As first, we saw so many factors which is leading investors from the fixed income market into the equities market. So let's delve more for the other factors driving this stellar performance of the market within the month of July, which is impressively very fine at 12.7%. And we have Omotola Imafidon, equities trader with First Securities Brokers, to give us details about that. We have a couple of questions for her. Thank you for joining us, Omotola.
Thank you very much, Victor. Good afternoon, everyone.
Okay, so now my first question is, okay, we've seen, I've seen that here we have Transcore, we have United Capital, we have WAPCO, and so many other earnings just freshly released to the market. Now, how will these earnings impact the market? We've been talking about interest rates environment, as well as the inflation rate tapering down, which is what is attracting investors into the market. So now give us more details about the impact of the earnings on the markets.
Thanks so much, Victor. So, like you already alluded to, the fact that the interest rate environment is sort of lower, and the fact that a lot of more people are looking for avenues to invest their monies, the equities market provides that opportunity, and this period is the earnings report H1 reporting season for a number of the companies, and the companies that are so far released, the result has been very impressive, coming off the back of the the FX challenges that we had in 2024 and all the rest, and the impact of all these reforms beginning to take a positive impact, make a positive impact on the performances of the companies. The companies have sort of re-strategized, those that needed to do recapitalization, those that needed maybe to do repricing. So we're seeing that translate to the results that we saw and so far released in the market. And the market is very responsive to information such as we've seen. And as a result of that, we've seen the cement space, the industrial goods space, appreciated a lot today. That sector is up about 5% already. And the market itself, the index itself, is almost 2% up as we speak, because market is really responding positively to those good numbers that we're seeing coming from the cement space. And even it's also now, so we see positive read across as well to other sectors of the market, because the low inflation environment shows that, okay, things are sort of picking up. Investors companies can be able to show up better results, and people are positioning to participate and partake of the goodies that they have to offer.
Okay, so Motola, now on the side of my curiosity, first we started the month of July, which is just about 3 days or 72 hours and less. We started at about 119,000 and currently at 136,000. What is this telling us? Is there a need to panic? And can you give us the current level of the index?
Oh, okay. So, thanks so much. There's no panic in the market. People are actually optimistic about the outlook. Basically, that's what the performance is showing us. They are optimistic about the performance. They believe that a number of the stocks that have been hitherto on the price are getting to levels that they are comfortable with, and there have been a lot of developments in the market so far. For instance, the listing of GT in the London Exchange also provided a new benchmark for the banks to sort of match up to. So we've seen a lot of repricing going on in that space, while at the same time, people feel that, okay, where are the next opportunities these companies have released? And like you also said, it's approaching the end of the month. Portfolio managers too are repositioning their portfolios to say, okay, how do we look good for mountain and the rest of it? So those are factors that we are saying playing into the market. The index at the moment is about 137,000 points, 137,875.90 points. That's where we are at the moment. And in fact, the market is up 2% as we speak right now. And that's one of the most positive performances we've seen. So market is really at record levels. The optimism level is high for the market. And I think we'll see that carrying on till the end of the month as well.
Okay, so now what are the factors that could maintain this bullish momentum? Because I had said that the market is going to hit 150,000, I said, before the end of the year. But from the looks of it, we could hit 140,000. So, but what could be the determinant of a sustaining bullish return, a bullish run, and then also what could put a pullback.
Okay. All right. So the determinant of the bullish, like you mentioned, is the fact that this is most of the listed companies, they have the deadline to submit their results by the end of this month, and so we expect to see more companies churning their numbers. We're seeing from the cement space, Airtel has released, so they read across that maybe MTN too, the number will soon come out, and that is possible. Today, I'm like to be positive, has driven that stock up today. So we expect more earnings releases to be a key driver for the market this week. And the fact that interest rate environment and fixed income space also is, coming lower. So that also is a driver for people to still consider the equities market as a positive avenue. So we see the positive run continuing, bearing any. Another thing to also mention is the fact that that the banks are also a major factor to reckon with. Though they have those forbearance loan issue things to to reckon with. By the time their H1 numbers will be coming out, especially those that go for audits of their numbers. So those are also, still in the pipeline. But a number of them that release guidelines says they are likely to be sorted by June 2025. So the market will also be looking out for those numbers to see how it impacts going forward. Bearing any negative like maybe macroeconomic disturbances or maybe political upheaval globally or even at the local front, with those are the things that maybe may put a sort of dampener. And of course, we can't rule out profit taking. And some people may want to lock in some of this profit. So those are things that may sort of cause a slowdown. So we just advise our investors watch carefully, stay with the fundamentally viable names, and generally keep a positive outlook. The prospects look positive for Nigeria equities at the moment.
And I'm sure definitely they would hit your advice, because it's investing is a matter of you keying in at the right time in order to take profits and, of course, take advantage, take good advantage. Right. Thank you so much for your time on the show, Motola. I hope to see you next time on program.
Thanks so much. Bye.